How you doing, family? Okay, welcome to another episode of Bantu Tesla's Tech and Wealth Building Workshop. My official title is Bantu Tesla, and for this video series, but we are going to focus on tech and wealth building. I'm going to start off here with tech. We're going to go right into what's going on. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you, if you don't mind. And I want you to notice here, what I'm going to focus on is this, my slideshow that I have here. I'm going to try to do a lot more of this slideshow presentation for you. This way, I don't want you to get bogged down in a whole bunch of other stuff that really is not that important. And looking at me is not that important. What's important is what I have to say. And I want to focus here on, let's start out by the top thing I want you to see here is that Tesla stock, as we all may know well by now, is the Tesla stock has finally hit 1,200. That makes it $1 trillion company as of the point where it hit 1,000. And the number that you're seeing right now, the stock is vacillating between 1,100, between 1,000 and 1,200. That's what stocks do. They go up and down. They never stay at one particular price. So this is a major accomplishment because of Q3 2021. As of Q3 2021, Tesla blew away the whole quarter with higher expectations for the vehicle production, and their financial report that they did subsequent to the production report. Tesla killed it again. We killed it again. And I want to talk with you about this. And I want you to focus on these things here that I have here that caused us to get to 1,200. And by the way, if you notice here, they also say that we're going to get Webb Bush, Dan Ives of Webb Bush has made a notice that he has raised his price to $1,800, folks. That's major. That's major. Okay, that's a major improvement in the bull case for the Tesla stock. And remember, whatever price you see here, you got to multiply times 5, and that's what the actual price is for the stock for those of us who were there before the split. Okay, you got to multiply times 5. So if you multiply 12 times 5, you're going to come up with $6,000 a share. That's currently what Tesla is actually worth before it split. So that's what it's actually worth. Splitting is one of these games they play with allowing people to get in, just change the price so people can buy the stock. That's why they want to keep splitting it, to make it affordable for people to continue to buy the stock. All right, but in reality, what you're looking at is, diminishing of the actual price of the stock so people can get in. I want you to always keep that in mind. Okay, now, the next thing I want you to notice here is that FSD is continuing to grow. FSD is continuing to grow. And as a matter of fact, they just had their first accident during the FSD beta process, which is this is the process. Beta means learning. That means the whatever system is in beta, whether it's Windows, Apple, whatever it is, that means that it's still learning. It's not completed yet. It's still being brought up to speed so it functions in the way that they originally planned for it to function. Okay, and right now we ain't there yet. FSD is not there yet. And you got to remember, FSD has only been out to the average consumer for maybe 3 months. So you gotta, and I want to bring this point up to us to make sure that we are up to speed with the reality of what FSD is supposed to do and be. Okay, you got to keep in mind, family, we're just getting started here. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, folks. This is just the baby steps. We've just, I would say realistically, when you look at Tesla, when you look at FSD, when you look at battery development, when you look at plant development and manufacturing development, what they're doing with building factories and putting out products, Model Y, Model 3, Model S, Model X, Cybertruck, Roadster, semi-tractor trailer. These are massive, mind-boggling, innovative, brand new technologies that have never been done before. I want to keep reminding you, never have been done before. Okay, when you hear never been done before, that means stock going to go up. I want you to remember that that's synonymous with stock going up because of the extraordinary products that Tesla is putting out. Okay, I want you to understand that and keep that in mind as I say to you, never has been done before. And I'm going to say that repeatedly because when you're dealing with Tesla, you're dealing with something that has never been done before. Okay, you got to keep that in mind. Never has been done before. Okay, so let's keep it moving. I want to bring that up to you about FSD, but another thing I want you to pay attention to is what's going on in terms of battery development. The newest thing that has happened with battery development is that Tesla has officially, Elon Musk made mention of this, that Tesla has officially started moving toward the iron-based battery. And this is significant. And I want you to understand it, and you're going to be the first to be on top of this. In about a month or two, the rest of the watch viewers, they're going to catch up to what I'm telling you, because what I'm telling you is always going to be 2 to 3 months ahead of everybody else finally catching up to what I'm telling you. Because what I do, I don't know how I do it, but I'm always ahead, whether it's 3 months or 5 years. But it can range anywhere from 3 months to 5 years. And the things I'm telling you about Tesla now, I've been telling you for the last 2 years. And people are just starting to get into what I've been telling you for 2 years. Okay, to give you a prime example. And if you look back at my YouTube videos, Bantu Tesla YouTube videos, you'll see everything I told you about devastating, groundbreaking, mind-boggling realizations. People are finally starting to get it. Wall Street and the rest of these analysts are finally starting to get it. I'm not talking about Tasha Keeney. I'm not talking about Kathy Woods. These people have been on top of this, and especially my number one analyst, Tony SEBA. Tony SEBA has predicted this 7 years ago. 7 years ago. That is devastating predictions. Nobody is doing things like that. In fact, Tony SEBA wrote his book back in he wrote his book in 2015, as I've said before in the past. But I got to keep repeating this because he deserves credit for what he's done. It's a devastating, mind-boggling prediction, a series of predictions that covers everything from batteries, solar panels, storage. Now he's moving into genomics and food production, and his predictions about food productions and the economic changes with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Tony SEBA is the man because he predicted this 7 years ago. What Kathy Woods and her people are doing now with ARK Invest, including Tasha Keeney and the other analysts at ARK Invest who are brilliant. They're taking us to the next level. They're taking Tony SEBA's work and they're taking it to the next level in terms of articulating what Tony SEBA has already put out. The only difference is what they're doing is they're relating it and connecting it to finance, investing. Okay, and that's what you gotta understand about the difference between the two. But Tony SEBA, that's the guy to listen to because he said all of this long before the rest of them finally started talking about it. Kathy Woods only been on this 2 years, folks, 3 at best. Tony SEBA 7 years ago. You got to look at that. That's devastating. For this man to be this accurate 7 years ago, you got to respect that. You got to look at that and you got to respect that. Okay, family? So let's move on. So now the thing I want to tell you about Tony SEBA too is notice here that he has updated his predictions. So you need to go to his website, his Tony SEBA Rethink X, and you can just go to YouTube and just type in Rethink X and then go click on, once you go to his website, click on videos. And then you can go back and actually it should be, at this point, it should be not more than 1 or 2 videos behind. In fact, it should be the next one up, the first one on the far left. He's redone his presentation and updated it to include foods and some other important things that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's worth for you to go ahead and review Tony SEBA's latest updated prediction video, okay? And again, Kathy Woods is really just spinning off of that. She's inculcated Tony SEBA's analysis through her own analysts. They have brought her up to speed on Tony SEBA's predictions and his analysis. And so you're gonna hear them now articulating that as they've been doing for the last 3 years, okay? Especially as it relates to Tesla, cryptocurrency, and genomics. They talk about all of that, okay? That's Kathy Woods of ARK Invest, okay? And this is her, okay, let me get my pointer device out here. Okay, and this is Kathy Woods here. It'll take a minute for it to show up. Okay, all right. And undo. Okay. And this is Tony, this is my buddy Tony SEBA right here. And this is Kathy Wood. These are my analysts right now. These are my analysts. There's one new guy that I need to add into that I can't show you right now because he's not on here. I'll add him in later. But I'm always adding new YouTubers that are coming up with brilliant data and analysis. And I recommend that you go to these folks and check out their YouTube sites. They're filled with data, folks. You don't need a stockbroker. You don't need all of these people managing your portfolio for you. Go learn from these people. Learn how to go and set up your own apps on your cell phone. But for the most part, I use the big websites on my desktop. I'm a desktop guy. Some people, you can use a laptop. I find the writing to be too small for me to enjoy, so I tend to lean toward desktop. And I will do apps on the cell phone if I have to, but I'd rather not, okay? So these are my top analysts, okay, including Elon Musk. He is my top guy next to Tony SEBA and Kathy Woods. Okay, he's top, period. But Tony SEBA gives the overall analysis. Elon Musk is focusing on the areas that he's focusing on, okay? But I want to keep bringing you back to Tony SEBA and Kathy Woods. They are on the cutting edge on as far as analysis with Tony SEBA and investing with Kathy Woods, okay? She's the top investment analyst that I use, she's a CEO and a CIO, Chief Investment Officer of ARK Invest, okay? Tasha Keeney is her one of her top tech analysts that deals with Tesla in particular, okay? And FSD and all of the other related topics that cover what Tesla is doing, all right? So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And I want to make a special note of my buddy here, Sandy Monroe. Sandy Monroe is a very important engineer. He used to work for Ford Motor Company for about 30, I think he said for about somewhere between 10 and 15, maybe 30 years. And so he knows about cars. He knows about manufacturing the cars and all the micro details that help these cars to be manufactured faster and simpler, okay? And he knows about all of the evolution of the process of manufacturing cars and what are important things to notice and take note of, and notice that is a major improvement in the way that cars are being made. And because of his background, he can do that comparative analysis to show you why Tesla, what they're doing now compared to what the automakers were doing before, is groundbreaking, devastating stuff. And if you go to his show, he will systematically show you those differences between the two and why Tesla is numero uno, and why they are so far ahead of all the others. He breaks it down for you. So Sandy Munro right here, this is the guy you want to pay very close attention to. Another guy is this guy right here, Jordan Gisagi. Now he's very techno, on a micro level. So you got to be ready, buckle up, and you're going to listen to him. And he's going to get very granular when it comes to breaking down in terms of battery manufacturing and all of the micro analysis and data that lets you know why iron LFP batteries are better than nickel-based batteries, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing, he's going to break down for you why the LFP, which is F is iron, the lithium iron phosphate battery, LF for iron, P for phosphate, L for lithium, that battery is going to be the top battery in an electric vehicle and storage in the future. Right now, they're farting around with nickel-based batteries and some with a little bit of cobalt in it. They're farting around with those for the high-speed cars that want to put the energy out fast, but the only thing, those batteries don't last more than 500,000 miles. The lithium iron phosphate battery, LFP, that battery lasts 1,000,000 miles. The LFP battery is your 1,000,000-mile battery. And that's the point I want you to understand about LFP. All right. You're going to see, I'm going to show you some other slides here that covers that. Let me see if I can get this working here. I want to make sure I cover this for you. Okay. So I wanted to show you these folks, but I want to go back now and show you this, go back to this slide and talk to you, as I mentioned, the LFP battery. I also need to mention to you that China is here. The Xpeng has come out with a car that is $30,000, $25,000 already, China. Okay, we can't get it in America, thank God, because then that gives the other legacy automakers a little bit of a chance to catch up, but don't hold your breath because they're so doggone conservative. And I wanted to show you what the word conservative means. The very word conservative actually means that they never have any intention of ever doing anything that has to do with moving America forward. These Confederate conservatives are some of the most dangerous people to forward motion. Although we need the back pressure. We need the back pressure. We need them to compare to what progress looks like when you see people like them doing what they're doing. And I want you to look at this term here. Look here what conservative means. Oh, conservatism, the number one meaning of conservatism is that they are opposed to change. That's the number one. When you hear the word conservatism, I want you to remember, these are people who are opposed to any kind of change for the better. They don't care if everybody dies, as long as it stays the same, where they can have their political or their social advantage in some stupid, fictitious, mythological, white supremacy concept of stupidity that doesn't even exist. But it was created and has been running for 400 or 500 years. So you can't blame them for sucking into it, sucking on that tit. They don't want to give it up. I don't blame them. But that's what they're working on doing. And they're not only against change, the kind of change that they're particularly targeting is anything new, Anything that they didn't have control over, they don't want it to exist. And I want you to keep that in mind. See, and they are committed to staying in the past, which really, that's just a dog whistle. The past that they really like is in being able to do whatever they want to anybody, any old kind of way. They're the worst kind of vicious, filthy brutes that you ever want to see on the planet, and they have to be fought and they have to be stopped. You have to overcome ignorance. That's the Confederates. That's the GOP party. That's the white supremacists. That's the Boogaloo boys. That's the Proud Boys. What are they proud of? Going backwards, taking the world backwards to where they think they have some power that they never had and they never will have, but they still believe they had it. And so they're fighting for what they believe, even though it ain't real. They're in another world. Okay, enough of that. I don't want to get too political. Now I want to take you back forward. I want to get to this. I want to show you some things here. The main thing I want to show you here, first and foremost, to show you the progress of what's going on with these gigafactories. This is an example of the giga castings that are being put together in Berlin. And I want you to notice something here, family. I got to get a new annotation tools here because I want you to see what's going on here. These people are not playing, folks. Look at this, folks. They got one, they got two, they got three, they got four, okay, and they got five. These are 5 giga castings, family, in one factory. These Tesla's not playing. And each one of these giga castings saves them for the front piece, a total of, I think they said 300 robots. In the back piece, another 300 robots that they do not have to use. So that's money they keep in their pocket. This is very difficult for people to understand. Money you get to not spend is very difficult to quantify and get people to understand the value of it, because that's money that goes to the margin. Margin is the amount of money that they're going to make on the car. Everything that they take out of expense becomes profit margin. When they say margin, they're talking about profit margin. Okay, so what Tesla has virtually and actually done is they removed 600 robots out of their assembly line. 600. Okay, 600 out of 900. So they removed virtually 2/3 of their assembly line, which speeds up how fast they're going to be able to produce the cars. So right now, Tesla is the #1 manufacturer of vehicles in the world, compared to none. Nobody compares to them in their manufacturing process. They are #1. Okay, family, you got to understand that. So you got to understand that this is big deal, big deal. And again, never been done before. Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody doing this. Okay, nobody else is doing this. This is the key thing you got to understand. Nobody else is doing this. All right, family. Okay, so I wanted you to see this. Here's the other thing I wanted to tell you about Tony SEBA. This is his updated slide. These are the 5 things that Tony SEBA brought to our attention back when he first did his original presentation. Okay, these are the 5 things that he focused on. Batteries, electric vehicles that didn't exist at that time. He's 7 years ago he did this. This is back in 2015. Okay, this is what we're talking about. We're going there. You forget about 21. We're already in 2022, folks. 2022 is over. We're working on the 2023 year now. As of December 31 of this year, 2022 is over. I want you to get your heads around this, folks, because if you don't understand this chronology, you're always going to be a year behind. But it's not your fault. It's the way you were educated. They purposefully made sure you always a year behind. That way they can pull the wool over you anytime. And that's something that you're going to have to work on, family. You're going to have to cleanse yourself. You're going to have to break free of the chains that they have around your mind. And the chains that are around your mind now are not just for Black people. The chains around the minds are the chains around the human race's mind. That's what's going on. I'm not getting into conspiracy. This is educational and spiritual facts. You could just do your homework and do any kind of research. Go to a marketing, look at take a marketing class. And in marketing, they don't even try to hide it. They know they're playing with your mind. They know they're manipulating your mind. That's what marketing is all about. So you got to understand that. Study marketing, you'll see what I'm talking about. They got your mind because they define everything for you. And what my job is to fill your head with so much data, so much information that you can start defining everything for yourself. Nobody should have the right to define anything about your mind other than your parents. And even if they're wrong, you got to cut them off and you got to do the right thing, because for righteousness' sake, you do the right thing. That's the only way this whole world is going to get better for our children. The adults and the elders, we respect them, but we can't let them continue to guide everything that we do. And these young people are coming up and they need a better, we're supposed to make things better. And that's why I'm doing this workshop. All right, so electric vehicles, everybody's going to be producing electric vehicles. Right now, the demand for electric vehicles is causing such a massive drop. Let me show you this side. I'm going to bounce back and forth on these slides a little bit here because I want you to see this here. Tony SEBA predicted this right here. Look at this. Look at the year. I want you to notice the year here. Look at this year. This is 2020 right here. He said 2020. The price of a battery could not be produced for less than $200 per kilowatt hour. That now was supposed to drop down below $100 per kilowatt hour, what Tony SEBA originally predicted by 2024, family. By 2024. Guess what? Let's look at this right here. Look at this slide here, family. Look what this is telling you here. And it's a rumor of the LFP battery cells coming in at the LFP battery cells are coming in at, look at that price, family. Look at that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this here. What is we talking about? We said boom. Okay, that's what it's coming in at, family. And this is the end of 2021, or actually the end of 2022. Okay, 2021 is completed. We're into the 11th month, and we are, 12 days into the 11th month of 2022. And as of December 31 and December 31 of 2021 will be the end of 2022. Now 2022 is completed. So when we go to January 1, that's January 1, first day of 2023. And that's why they call it 2022, because 2022 is completed, but we're in January 1. So we're in the first day of 2023. Get your heads around that, folks. And I'm going to keep repeating this because I want you to understand the reality of where we are, not the myth of what we think we are. I want you to always know where you are. That's going to be the difference about this what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's look. Tony SEBA said that back in Tony SEBA predicted back in 2024 that he suspected that the price of a battery per kilowatt hour, which is the thing we're watching, because he said once it drops below $100 per kilowatt hour, that's going to be the pivotal moment where electric vehicles cost to manufacture is going to be parallel and below the cost of making an internal combustion engine. a car that has a internal combustion engine. Once that happens, you're going to see the end of the internal combustion engine, folks. And he predicted that in 2024. Guess what, family? This is 2021 and the 11th month of 2022. And we're almost at the end of 2022, folks. So now you got to look at right here. So what he's pointing here actually happened right here. And guess where we are? We're right here at $64. And we're at 2021, family. We're at 2021 at the end of 2021 or actually the end of 2022. All right, because it's 2021 and it's November 12th. Okay, into 2022. That's where we are. Okay, but the point is, it's still 2 years ahead of what Tony SEBA predicted that should happen in 2024. And what I said about Tony SEBA, when he's wrong, it's usually that he's being too generous with his predictions, trying to give the legacy companies, legacy automakers a little bit of a break. He don't want to make them look too bad because they're troglodytes and they refuse to move forward and learn and become better without somebody forcing them. But you know what? It's not their fault either. And that's the nature of progress, of evolution. It always, like Tony SEBA said, change for the better always comes typically from outside, not from the legacy. Legacy are the inside people. They've been making internal combustion engines the same way for the last 100 years. They haven't tried to do anything beyond what they've been doing other than to change the shape of the same thing that they've been doing and putting little bells and whistles on it, but they want to keep you forever fixing that car after you buy it. That's what the legacy automakers have been locked into, making you fix and draining you of every dime that you make. I'm sorry, but that's what they've been hooked into like a drug addict. They are hooked on doing that to you and they can't help themselves. That's this power. What you gonna do about it? Until Elon Musk came along, what is anybody gonna do about it? Ain't nobody's tried to do anything. Elon Musk is the first guy to come up and do something to make them change and to offer you a product that is not gonna drain you of every dime of your money. This is the thing y'all got to understand about Elon Musk. This is what he's doing for you. You don't even know it. And because you're so dumbed down into used to letting these people define everything for you. And you got to stop that. And the only way you can stop that is by having a guy like me doing what I'm doing for you, because I don't want no money from you. But I want you to take charge. I want you to smarten up. I want you to arm yourself with data and facts and information so you don't have to feel like you are a prisoner to their nonsense. You got to develop your own critical thinking skills that is based in facts and knowledge. And more knowledge I give you, my concept is the more knowledge I can give you, the faster you'll be able to get up off there and stop being hooked on these troglodytes and these blood-sucking, what I call them, they're, what are they? The vulture capitalists that are running the auto industry right now and the oil industry right now. These people, these filthy Confederates that are getting America into wars in order so they can get contracts to give to their friends. That's what the Confederate GOP is doing in the government right now. They don't give a damn about this government. Remember, they're Confederates. They never wanted this government to exist, period. And they never wanted Black people to have any rights, period, at all. And they're still dedicated to that. If you look at everything they do, it's about emasculating and taking power from Black people. That's why I'm doing this channel. This for our people, for me, my family, and my people. Okay? So in order to defeat that, you have to be armed with data. And I'm giving you the top data that's going out right now. And you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just giving you the starting point. You go out and do your own research and tell me if you can find somebody that's giving you data that's more update than what I'm giving you. And I guarantee you won't be able to find it because I got my nose to the grindstone. I'm doing what no other basic Americans, they can't do it. They don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the ability to pay attention this long. Okay, so I'm doing stuff I know nobody else can do, and I'm doing it for you for free. All right, so look at this right here, family. Notice this $64 per kilowatt hour that has been reached. Okay, unfortunately, it's not an American-made company that's doing it. It's two Chinese companies. CATL, okay, and BYD, two Chinese companies. That's why these Confederates trying to stop Biden, every time they slow Biden down, they slow down the Democrats, us Democrats who are trying to move the world forward. China is catching up and passing, they're going to pass America by. And that's why America great, forget it. If it wasn't for Elon Musk, America would be dead a long time ago because China's going to eat our asses alive. Why? Because American is run by Confederates and troglodytes, and they are desperate to keep our minds in bondage to their mythological nonsense that's not real. That's what they're doing. Watch, you'll see. But anyway, cat's out the bags, folks. We are moving forward in spite of the Confederates, in spite of them. That's what we're going to do. Okay, family? So I wanted to bring this slide to your attention. Very important slide to let you know where we are. We are 2 years ahead of Tony SEBA's prediction that the cost of batteries, the lithium battery, now is iron-based. Now is going to go 1,000,000 miles, so your battery will outlast the body of your car. This is critical, pivotal data that you have to take note of and keep it in the front of your mind because nobody else is aware of this. Again, you're aware of it while nobody else is aware of it. So that means you got time to get your money in the right places, in the right stock, which is Tesla, which is FUV, okay, so that you can take advantage of the next 5 doublings that's getting ready to happen. Tesla is going to double 5 times what it is today. I'll just get ready for this, family. You think $1,200 is something? Multiply that times 5. That's what Tesla's stock is right now. But I want you to understand that $1,200 is going to be $5,000 by 2025. Remember, I told you that here first. Minimum of $5,000 Tesla stock by 2025. Why? Why? It'll be because of this right here. Look at this trajectory, family. Look at the trajectory of, look at the vehicle production, the vehicle sales. This is global deliveries for vehicles, okay? Not electric vehicles, all vehicles, okay? Look at this. Look at what happened in 2018 with Ford. Look at what happened in 2019 with Ford. Look at what happened with 2020 with Ford. Numbers are going down, family. Why do you think that is? This is 2019. Tesla came out in 2012. 2016, you almost see no difference between 2016 and 2017 at Ford. You see, because another thing I got to bring to your attention, whatever Tesla does, because the size of the world and the size of the United States and the size of the car market is 70 million vehicles deep. Tesla has just produced its first 900,000 vehicles predicted for this year minimum. It's going to create 900,000 this year. Tesla's been out since 2012. We're talking 10 years, okay? And let's look at what's going on with GM. And even though from 2016 to 2017, GM's got a bigger drop than Ford, and GM's got an electric car. It already had an electric car in 2016. Why are their sales still dropping? And they got electric cars before Tesla even came out with electric car. When Tesla came out in 2012, GM and Toyota already had hybrids, and they had GM already had an electric car. They had two of them. One was called the Volt, and one was called the Bolt. The new one is the Bolt. They stopped making the Volt with a V, Victor, O-L-T. Now they make a Bolt, B-O-L-T. And they were doing that back before Tesla even started in 2012. But how come with an electric car already, how is it that in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020, their sales, the deliveries are dropping below 5,000? How is that possible, family? 5 million, I should say. What is this? This is in, well, what they're covering, I think, is the amount of vehicles that are sold in the world. That's global deliveries. So their deliveries are dropping below 5 and 7. Those are millions, I'm pretty sure. Okay, why? How I know? Because look at Tesla's number. We know that Tesla has not created the first million. And if you look here, family, if you notice that, they talk about what that 1,000 is actually a million. Because see, if you follow that line all the way over across, you're going to see that, you know, that Tesla hasn't quite hit that first million mark. So all of these are millions of cars that are dropping. These are millions of cars that GM and Ford are not selling anymore. People are not buying their cars, family. But look at the trajectory of Tesla's cars. They're going up. So what does that tell you? That's called a divergence. You have one going down and one going up. That's di means two different directions, vergence, against, verge, okay? The word vergence means against, all right? So you got a diverse, you know, or two opposite types of movement in deliveries. GM and Ford is dropping. Tesla is going up. That tells you everything you need to know, family. That's the direction of the future. Okay, and what I want to also bring to your attention, bring this to the front. I want you to see this. Now, family, this right here is called an S-curve. And the reason I bring that up to your attention is because this is 2020, right? If you look here, you're seeing these numbers starting to go up. This is where we are on the curve of Tesla. Why do I bring that to your attention? Because it's very important for you to understand that when you're at this point of the S-curve thing, right? Okay, that's this right here. This is the beginning of the S-curve in 2020. That's 2020, folks. We're in 2021, 2022. So the actual place where we are is somewhere over here. Okay, but the point is I want to bring to you, this is just the beginning, family. So if Tesla is $1,200 a share at this point in 2021, right here, look at this. This is 2021 right here, okay? If Tesla is $1,200 at the end of 2021, which is actually the end of 2022, and Tesla's already at $1,200, family, what do you think Tesla is going to be when it gets right here to 2027, 2025? I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 times more what you're seeing. If it's $1,200, go 12 plus 2 times 12, that's 2. Then 3 times 12, you covered your second of the 2 additional to the original 12. You got the additional 12, you got 12, then you got 12, then you got 12, and you got 12. So if you add them all together, you're going to come up with 6. Because 4 and 1 is 5. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's another 1. All right. You're going to get $6,000. And that's a minimum. That's a minimum, family, by 2025. And that's what I said. Tesla stock at its current price is going to be $6,000 minimum by 2025. Why is that going to happen? Because of the exponential, as Tony SEBA taught me many years ago, the exponential growth in innovative stocks and things that technology that comes into hold on, let me get my annotation tool, that comes into being, okay, and is going to blow out all of the other, but it's okay. And the main thing is I want you to see this slide here, that we are way ahead of the curve, and we are officially at $64 per kilowatt hour. So that's it for ICE cars, folks. And this is the end. This is the 11th month of 2021, which is the end of 2022, with 2021 plus 11 months and 12 days. Okay, so we're at the end of 2022, family. Tony SEBA said it would happen in 2024. He's 2 years ahead of his prediction, family. You got to give this man unbelievable amounts. You got to listen, I get very passionate about this because I'm aware of things that haven't quite landed. You haven't been able to get your head around it yet. But I'm already there, family. I don't know why I'm gifted this way, but I am. And my job is just to deliver the message to you. I don't care what nobody thinks. I'm doing my job. All right. And my job is to tell you about things that'll split your skull open because you don't believe that it's possible, that I could be this accurate. Listen, I'm like you. Half time I don't believe what I'm saying because I just can't believe. But you know what keeps happening, family? You look at the news and it's happening. I'm telling you things today that 2 years from now, you're going to see is happening. And this has happened already for the last 3 years, family. I'm not making this stuff up, but I'm passionate about it because I want to try to be like kind of animated and dramatic about things because people tend to remember things that stick out. And so I have to be extraordinary, like this guy that used to do this thing with his hands. He used to always do these things with his hand. Who was his name? I forget, one of these marketing guys. And he used to say, oh, nah, and he used to use his hands because you never forget that because it sticks out. So understand when you see me being very animated and passionate about this, it's because I'm trying to make it stick in your mind that, oh, wow, Brother Russell told us about this on that YouTube site where he talked about the battery and Tony SEBA, and he predicted this 7 years ago, and he's 2 years ahead of his predictions on most of the things. When he is wrong, he's usually things happen sooner than what Tony SEBA predicted. That Brother Russell on their YouTube channel, Bantu Tesla, he told me about that. So that's why you'll see I have all of these logos in the background, and all, you know, my virtual background has the African continent on it with the Ankh and with, you know, with all of these colors and everything, because I want it to be burned in your mind. I want it to be burned in your mind, the things that I'm telling you, because when you see them happen, what I want you to do is get your money into this Tesla stock, get your money into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. I'm a proud owner. I have to say, my mom, you know, I'm proud that I got my mom her first Bitcoin. She has 1 Bitcoin, and we have 6, almost 7 Ethereum coins, because Ethereum is going to explode. Ethereum right now is $4,000 for 1 coin. Bitcoin is $64,000 for 1 coin. Bitcoin is slated to go to $500,000 for 1 coin by 2025 or sooner. You got to be in on that, family. You got to be in on it. We can't get left behind no more, and we are not going to get left behind. Ethereum is slated to go to $100,000 per coin. So if we have 7, by 2025, my mom is going to have $700,000 just in Ethereum coin, and another $500,000 in a Bitcoin. That's over $1 million just in coins. We're not even talking about what Tesla is going to be when it hits $6,000 a share. I won't tell you how many hundreds of shares of Tesla that me and my mom together that we have. So by 2025, if everything goes the way Tony SEBA, Kathy Woods, that analysis that they have given me, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I believe them. I trust them because of their track record so far has been accurate. And we are going to be millionaires. Why? Because we took knowledge and we applied it to our investment strategies based on data and facts that we have gotten from people who have a track record of accuracy. Not a conspiracy theory, not a hope, not what I think, not what I feel might happen. No. This is an educated, critical thinking decisions that I have made. My mother has trusted me to make, and I have made these decisions based on the best data I can get my hands on at the time. And that's been for the last 3 years I've been doing this. I've been watching Tesla for the last 10 years. I read Elon Musk's book 5-6 years ago. I read Tony SEBA's Clean Disruption book 7 years ago. I've been following FUV since I got out of the phone company back in 2007. And I was looking at FUV, the Fun Utility Vehicle, Archimoto. I was looking at it for two years before that because I wanted one. Okay, this is 2022, folks. So I've been following that. Let's see, we go from 2007 in order to get to 20 from there, from 2007, you got to go 13 years. That's just get you to 2020. This is 2022. So I've been following FUV for 15 years. Okay, I've been in the stock market trading and training for the last 20 years. So when I see a Tony SEBA and a Kathy Woods and a Tasha Kaney, folks, this is just validation for something that I've been tracking for 20 years. This is not, no, I just discovered this yesterday and I heard a rumor on YouTube and I just decided to follow it. No, I'm not going to risk hundreds of thousands of dollars on a feeling, on a conspiracy, on a hope. I don't do hope. You can't do hope or any kind of level of emotion when you're dealing with stock investing. This is serious money. And the more you base your decisions on facts and knowledge and wisdom, the faster you're going to make money. And because one thing about the stock market, I can tell you without any equivocation or any doubt at all, the stock market doesn't care about color. Innovation and evolution don't give a damn about color. Don't care. And color is not real. It's something that the Confederates and the white supremacists created and planted in your mind. And you're sitting around subconsciously buying into it, hook, line, and sinker, and you're not even aware of it because you haven't done the research, you haven't done the work on your mind and cleaning up your mind and getting rid of the garbage, the myths, the fairy tales, and the outright lies. And that's my job, is to point them out to you. I'm not here to make you feel good. That's not my job. My job is to wake you up and get you to making money as soon as possible. It's not personal. It is personal because this is for my grandson, Isaiah. who is on the bottom of the rung. And below him, he's not on the bottom because uh, my baby Courtney, and now I have my nephew Robert, who's like my son. He's having a baby, so I got another granddaughter. Imani is my daughter, my niece, but she's my daughter. So she's had a baby. That's my granddaughter. That's the way I look at it. It is personal for me. Forgive me for saying it's not personal. It is personal. But as it relates to investing and as it relates to analysis and knowledge and wisdom, that's not personal. That is free for everybody. This knowledge and this information is valid no matter who takes it and uses it and applies it to the investment strategy. It's not personal. It will work no matter who uses it. If you repeat in your mind and a vision in your mind of yourself being successful and wealthy, that will work no matter what color you are. It doesn't matter. If you're a human being, you're an infinite spirit walking around in a finite body. Those are facts that cannot be changed. It's called immutable laws, okay? My job is to bring you up to speed and how to apply that wisdom into practical, everyday, blow by blow, step by step, granular tactics that will make you into a wealthy, independently wealthy person. Because once you got your financial independence, now you can free your mind. But actually, if you free your mind, your financial independence will come even faster. But the first thing you got to do is free your mind. Like Lauryn Hill says, you got to go within. Okay, and you got to clean up your inner house and make everything solid and free of fear, terror, and all kinds of nightmarish myths and fairy tales that are bogging your mind down and keeping you from focusing like you need to focus to be able to make this money. My job is to get you to make money. Okay, now let's go and do a little bit more here. I want to point this out to you. This was a part of the slideshow presentation I wanted to give you. But the other thing I wanted to bring to your attention is this slide right here, updating you on what's going on with Tesla and Elon Musk. Let's look at it. Originally, if you remember, and you may not remember this, but originally we had only 8 items on the original list that was the Tesla businesses. I've since had to add 3 more. Dojo, AI, and Tesla Web Services, which is going to come out of the artificial intelligence computer that Tesla just built. And that computer is going to take over the training of full self-driving and take it to the next level. So by the end of next year, 2020, by the end of 2022, which will actually be the end of the beginning of the completion of 2023. And like I said, by the end of 2023, full self-driving will be ubiquitous, successful, dominate the entire world by the end of 2023. Okay, so Dojo as a service is going to come out. Okay, and also I could have made this into 12 different businesses because the robotics wing of Tesla was just announced this year. Tesla is going to go into making personal robots, or I should say industry robots first, and then they will trickle down to personal robots, androids that will work for you and do work for you in your personal home, like PCs. When computer first came out, only big businesses and corporations and industries had it. Then eventually a personal PC came out, which was personal computer. And that didn't come out long after industries have it. So right now, robotics is going to be first on an industry level and on big corporate level, and then eventually it'll come down to a personal level. And it may happen sooner than we thought. But Tesla's going to be the one to do that. Tesla's going to dominate that. That's another product they come out with. Okay, but I had to put three products right here together. Tesla Web Services, and Tesla Robotics is going to be ran by the Dojo AI artificial intelligence computer that Elon Musk and Tesla is putting together, and have announced as of this year, at the end of this year, that they're going to go into robotics. That probably won't come into fruition until 2025, but they announced it this year, and they're doing it as a recruitment mechanism, a recruitment event to try to get the best programmers that are AI, artificial intelligent programmers. Okay, that's who they were recruiting. This is devastating, family. All of this has been going on. I've been holding off on doing this because I wanted to get it all together for you. All right, I know it's a lot. You're going to have to watch this video several times to get all this. So I'm going to try not to monologue too much. I'm sorry if I did already. Okay, so the other thing you got to notice right here is the 10th thing that Tesla has now officially mastered with Giga Texas in particular, Giga Berlin in particular, and Giga Shanghai. These are the brand new factories that Tesla has built with Giga Shanghai and is still in the midst of completing Giga Texas and Giga Berlin. These are one factory that is online, which makes it 2 functional factories, and they've expanded the second one since they've created that one by putting a battery wing in there, as well as an innovation wing where they're creating the new Model Q, or they're calling a Model 2, which is a $25,000 Tesla that's going to be out by the end of 2023. Okay, by the end of next year. Okay, that's when they're going, we will see it as 2022, but it's actually going to be the end of 2023. And it might go another year from there. It doesn't matter, folks. It don't matter. Because by the end of next year, the Cybertruck is going to be out. And whatever was holding down the price of Tesla stock, the top is going to fly off, and the stock between full self-driving, Tesla Semi, Cybertruck, Roadster, $25,000 model. That's 5 products, family. Five products they're coming out with by the end of 2023. Family, the stock is gonna, it's gonna explode. Why is it gonna do that? Because you've never seen anything like this before. And I told you, when we say that, those are the words that make a stock explode. Okay, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, never seen anything like this before, family. Ethereum coin, never seen anything like this before, family. I'm telling you. And they have another one. It's called Solana. Solana, S-O-L-A-N-A. Okay, it's another coin. You have to buy that one on Voyager. That's the platform, okay, that you can buy that cryptocurrency on. Solana and Cardano, and Cardano, okay, Cardano, Cardano, C-A-R-D-A-N-O, that is ADA-USA. For some reason, they didn't use the name for that particular coin. It's a cryptocurrency. It's called Cardano. And it is Cardano is let me get this right now. From what I remember, I think Cardano is I got to get this right. I think it's less than, Cardano is a $2 stock. It was $1.99. It may be over $2 now. Okay. Solana is a $200 coin. Okay, I got to get my terminology right. So bear with me. This is Solana, Cardano, and Shiba Inu are the 3 coins that I just discovered this week, which is the week ending, will be ending the 14th of November. Okay, we haven't gotten there yet, but I just invested in those coins this week for both myself and my mom. Okay, so Solana and Cardano and Shiba Inu are the two speculative, well, Cardano and Solana are not speculative. These are serious coins that are going to explode, okay? That's it. And you got a $2 coin in Cardano, so you can't tell me you can't get in on that. And Shiba Inu is less than a penny. You can't tell me you can't get on that. And I already bought 325,000 Shiba Inu coins. And I got that for $100, $200. Okay, this is where poor people move into the $100,000 class by getting into stocks like Doge and Shiba Inu. These are penny stocks. They're 25 cents, and Shiba Inu is less than a penny. And Doge started out at less than a penny, and now it is 25 cents, family. If Shiba Inu goes to 25 cents, and I have 325,000 coins, family, right there in the snap of a finger, I move into a $100,000 class on that one stock alone, one coin alone, one cryptocurrency alone. And I put $200 into it. If it goes to nothing, that $200 is worth it because I have a shot of making $100,000 off of a $200 investment, family. I know $200 may sound like a whole lot of money to you, but to me, $100,000 is real money. Y'all got to get to this, family. You are watching a paradigm, a convergence of multiple paradigm shifts happening at the same time. And this is why it's devastating the analysts on Wall Street. It is devastating them, wiping them out. They can't get ahead of this. They can't get their heads around it because they're still stuck in the past. But those of you who have never had any value or have any connection to the past because we've never had much money, you don't have no loyalty to none of that. You will grab on, and the young people are grabbing onto this. They say 48% of young males are jumping on these cryptocurrencies, family. I'm bringing you up to speed. Watch my YouTube people. Go to my YouTube channel and watch the people that are on that channel. This new guy that I'm going to introduce you to, his name is James. I don't know what his thing, but it's called the investment. I want to get this for you, so bear with me, family. Really bear with me while I make this change for you because this is important. I want you guys to really know this. I'm going to bring this guy up because this is very important. I'm sorry I'm kind of bouncing around on you, but I want you to know these people. This is very important. So I'm going to go ahead and switch share. I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and I'm going to go ahead and start sharing another screen for you because I want you to see this. This is very important to me that you guys get this. This is very important. All right. This is the guy I was telling you about. I only know him as James. All right. But the name of his channel is the Invest Answers. Okay. And this guy is like really, he has one of the best backgrounds I've ever seen, to be honest with you. He has one of the coolest and best backgrounds that I've seen in the business, okay? I'm gonna mute this out because I really don't want you to hear anything, but he's very good. And I want you to be able to see this guy and see what he is doing, okay? And what he's bringing to you, all right? I'm gonna let him run in the background because I want you to see what he's doing in his presentation. And these guys are doing this for free, family, at no cost to you. This is another paradigm shift in the way you learn and the way you gain knowledge and the way you gain information. And it's unfiltered. The censors, the Department of Education, and all these other think tanks and all these people in Texas who are trying to keep everybody bogged down in a matrix of religions and all kinds of matrix of lies and fairy tales and BS. None of that works here on YouTube, family. None of that stuff can stop this. This is the internet. This is open access to knowledge, facts, and wisdom that they cannot stop. That's a paradigm shift in and of itself. This is what I want you to get your head around. The convergence of multiple paradigm shifts happening all at the same time. I want you to get your heads around this, family. This is what's happening. And it may seem a little bit overwhelming to you, but don't worry about it. You can do this. You can get this. You will get this because you're an infinite being in a finite body. But that infinite being has unlimited capacity to achieve and accomplish. You just don't know that, and so you don't exercise that muscle, okay? But that's what's going on, all right? So look at this guy. He's going to sit here and do comparative analysis and show you what's going on with Bitcoin when the rest of the world is totally clueless. They don't know what the hell's going on, okay, family? And I wanted you to be able to see this guy, all right? I'm going to go back to my slideshow, and I'm going to stop sharing this. I just wanted you to introduce you to that guy. Very important. His name is James, and I looked all over his website. I couldn't find his full name. It doesn't matter. His name is James, and that's his website. All right, so let's go and share. I'm going to go back to sharing my original slide with you, okay? Because I want to continue to go over this with you. This is very important. Let's look at this. Hold on a minute. I got to get my annotation tools out. I don't know, for some reason they disappeared. Let's look at this. Okay. Okay. The other thing that that Elon is bringing to the game here is the machine that makes the machine, and that's what I started to tell you. The Giga Texas, Giga Berlin, Giga Shanghai. They are the first three that are the perfection of Elon Musk's original plan, is to become the master of Tesla as a company, not Elon himself. Tesla as a company, as a team. I don't want to be fixating on the Messiah. I don't want you to we will get into this Messiah complex with Elon Musk and Tesla. I want to be very clear about that. This is about making sure that you understand that Tesla, the company, and its football stadium full of engineers and brilliant AI programmers that are mind-boggling young people that are skull splitters because they're coming up with the new stuff. And I love anything new and innovative. You know why? Because I love evolution, because evolution is the will of God. That's my personal view. That evolution is the will of God. Why do I say that? Because you can't stop it. And whatever God puts in motion stays in motion. And there's nothing you can do about it. See, that's why I love it. It's all about goodness. It's all about being better. Okay, so let's move on. Not only did he make the machine that's making the machine, and he came out with Dojo as a service, okay, and he turned around just this week. There is rumor, this is not anything solid, but this is a rumor that's going around that Tesla is coming out with their own phone, and it's going to be called Tesla Pi. And I use the symbol, Pi symbol, but it's actually going to be Tesla, capital P, small I. That's how they're going to pronounce it, Tesla Pi. That's the cell phone that Tesla's coming out that's going to blow the Apple phone away. I'm sorry, family. I know this is a lot, and I know you said this dude is out of his mind. How could he say that Tesla's going to create a phone that's going to beat Apple? Get out of here. No way. That's what they always say. No way. And then it happens. And then they say, yes, way. And that's what's going to happen here, folks. I predict this. Today is the 12th of November, and it's going to happen. Let's move on. Okay, so that's going to cause the stock to explode again. Tesla. All right. And these other four are still in play. And they just announced that Starlink is going to IPO. And when Starlink IPOs, family, I'm jumping on it. And they predict by the early part of next year of 2022, as of January, February, March, probably March of 2022, they'll probably announce January, February, March, and April, because April is when they announce everything from the first quarter, which is January, February, March. That's first quarter, first 3 months, okay? That's coming. Starlink is going to IPO. When Starlink IPOs, I'm jumping on that. I don't care how much it costs, I'm jumping on that. Not for me, but for my grandkids and my son. They're going to enjoy it. I'll be gone. It's okay. I want my people to be set up so y'all can have a good life. You ain't gonna be no more struggling and scrounging like we did, which made us stronger people. Scrounging is not necessarily a bad thing. See, when you're a righteous spiritual person, you make lemonade out of lemons. Okay, at least on the level that we are. This is a superficial level where ain't nobody really doing anything that's hurting us. We're not in harm's way by no stretch of the imagination. So, you know, we don't have anything really to be afraid of, okay? Because we're in America, listen here, even though we got Confederates, that's nothing compared to being in Boko Haram in Africa, or being over there with ISIS and with those troglodytes and those ass backwards morons and brutes. You believe me, as bad as the Confederates are here, they're nothing compared to them filthy things that they got out there with ISIS and them Arabs and them Muslims. Ooh, and the African, my African brothers, Boko Haram and all those maniacs. Oh, believe you me, believe me, America, we could get it done here, because it's not that bad. At least we can carry our own guns and we can kill a couple of these suckers if they try to go crazy on us. You go out there in Africa, and if you're not in Ghana, if you're not in Kenya, you're not in someplace that is solid, like a Sierra Leone or someplace like that, baby, you better know where you're going. Anyway, so now, here we go. So, all right, that's the core of what I wanted to tell you about this slide. I got the most of the things that I'm going to kind of wrap up this video, because it's going on way longer than I wanted to go. But I can't help it, folks. This is difficult for me to try to squeeze into 15 minutes something that is on the magnitude of what is going on in this general awakening. I call it an awakening that has happened since Elon Musk came in 2012. So 2010, 2012 was the beginning of a global awakening process that started with the internet, but has now gone into second and third gear with the EVs, with electric vehicles, and the innovations in cryptocurrency, and the innovations in battery storage and battery energy usage with solar panels, getting that free, what Tony SEBA calls superpower, which is free energy, free power coming from the sun. And Elon Musk is spearheading the entourage into that future, into that bright future that gives equal opportunity for everybody to get in on this. And my job is to wake you up and make sure you know what's going on, and you do not let this opportunity pass you by. Black folks, Africans, we can't let this go by. African folks, we cannot let this go by. I'm gonna stop using that term. I use the term Black folks because I know you're familiar with it, but everybody's an African. Everybody on the earth is an African. You'll find that out when you do your Paleolithic research, and you find out exactly what's going on with how the human race has evolved over the past million years. That's how far back I go. I don't know what y'all doing, but I go back a million years. And I deal with 100,000 years ice age and what happened to the Africans that became mutated into what we call now Europeans, Eurasians, mulattoes, and all this stuff that they created in order to try to divide and conquer. It ain't gonna work no more either, because I'm putting this out there. Race is dead, okay, as a divide and conquer tactic. It's already dead. They just don't know it. It hasn't gotten you, you haven't gotten your heads around it because they educated you. And they were dumb brutes when they educated you. So you can't help but be as dumb as they are. My job is to make you wiser. And people like me is to wake you up, unchain your brain, and hit you in the mouth with some money and some wealth and some knowledge. It's gonna put money in your pockets and free your family up. It might take 2, 3 generations. It may be my great granddaughter that's gonna Courtney, that's gonna be the breakthrough. Isaiah might be the breakthrough person that's gonna really take what I'm putting here on YouTube and take it to the next level. These videos are private for my family and my friends. So I don't have to, I could be cursing and carrying on, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm a spiritually righteous person, and I'm not gonna do that. I wanna talk to my young people, and I don't want them to be vulgar people. I want them to be reasonable, and I want them to speak from wisdom, righteousness, and goodness, because that is what's going to define their world. And I want their world to be peaceful and joyful and happy and full of money. Okay, and that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so with that, I am going to close out. I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover with this presentation. I'm going to get one more, get my other annotation tool, and I'm also, again, I want to bring to your attention that the quality of the video should have improved, because I went out and I bought a new camera. You see, I changed my background. I'll add the music in later, the Bantu Tesla music, and then we'll keep that very short, because I'm trying to refine and make this process better with every video. Okay, family? Again, let me see, is there anything that I missed? But I want to bring to your attention these products that are coming out that Tesla's going to be making pretty soon. They're going to they still have a van that they're going to come out with that has not even been proposed. They've talked about it, but it hasn't been proposed. But everything else you see on here, the robo-taxi they've talked about, Model X you already know about, the Semi you know about, the Roadster you know about. That's what's coming out. Model 2 is not on here. Model Y is not on here either, but they're out. Model 3 is out. Model S is out. You don't see that on here either. But these are the vehicles that are going to usher in this paradigm shift in the way we utilize transportation. Transportation as a service is still yet to come, okay? The concept of us switching from individual ownership, okay, which is in the blue, that's going to drop down starting when? 2021, folks. Why? Because transportation as a service is going to be announced by the end of 2022, which is really going to be the end of 2023, but we're a year behind because of the way we were educated, okay? By 2023, the end of 2023, transportation as a service is going to be ubiquitous, and that is going to signal the end of individual ownership of cars. Fleet owners are going to be running transportation as a service. You see this big orange section here. That's going to be transportation as a service. By 2030, it's going to be ubiquitous all over. It's going to be game over. A whole lot of things is going to be over by 2030, family. Bitcoin, Ethereum, by 2025, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin $500,000, Ethereum $100,000 per coin. Solana, forget about it. Easily be $4,000 or $5,000. It's $200 now, $4,000 or $5,000 a coin, if not more. Solana, Cardano, $2 a coin, easily be $100 a coin by 2025, if not more. Okay, and Shiba Inu, less than a penny right now. If it goes to $1, God help anybody standing near me, because I am going to scream because right now I own 320,000 of them. And if it goes to $1, do the math. And by the time I'm finished investing within the next 2 weeks, when I get my Social Security check, baby, I'm bumping that up to 1 million coins. Why? Because I can do that for $500. I can have 1 million coins. But if that thing goes up to $1 in that one position alone, I'll have $1 million, family. Folks, join me. Go to Voyager, set up the app on your cell phone, buy the Shiba Inu coins. You got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose. If you lose a couple $100, I'll apologize to you, but that's just the way it is. You cannot make an omelet without breaking some eggs. You cannot move ahead without taking some risks. What I'm trying to give you here is the best educated risk, so you minimize your losses. Can I guarantee you're not going to lose something somewhere? You never lose anything until you sell. First and foremost, that's investment 101. When you see something going down, you're seeing the value go down. You don't lose anything until you sell. So my strategy as an investor, a long-term investor, means I invest from 5 to 10 to 15 year periods. Even though I'm in my 60s, I invest. I don't care. I'm an infinite being in a finite body, but my mind is infinite. I'm thinking for the future. I'm not hung up on my body expiring and all that. So I'm not hung up on that. That's life. That's what happened. I ain't worried about that. I'm taking care of my grandkids. I'm taking care of my son. I'm taking care of my grandson, my great grandkids. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm working with, folks. And I'm not scared of nothing. I don't have any fears because I have wisdom and knowledge shielding me from all of the nonsense that a lot of you are getting bogged down in the matrix of lies and fairy tales. And I'm trying to help you to get where I am. I want everybody to be where I am and better. That's evolution. Always, I want you to be better, get sharper, get smarter, okay? And be freer and be happier. So I want you to enjoy your life, okay? I'm going to wrap this up right now. I'm going to hope that, you were able to get something from this presentation. And I'm going to stop sharing, okay? And I'm going to say to you, welcome to another session, another episode of Bantu Tesla. I hope you've gotten something out of this, and I'll see you in the next movie. Take care, family.